Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to the Heaven Hollywood podcast, also known as the Heaven Hollywood Experience. Today we'd like to discuss a little problem that doesn't seem to be getting any better. It's a generation and generation and generation long problem that seems to have been going on ever since the beginning of time. And that is the problem of domestic control in relationships. We really want to touch on this based on what we've seen out of one particular relationship. And we just like to focus on them, and we're going to make them the scapegoats and the topic of discussion, even though it's going on every day with couples who aren't celebrities. But since they have been the trending topic, we're going to focus on them, because it's pretty much the same in every relationship that goes through this. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. They've now been dating off and on for roughly 4 to 5 years now. I don't know the exact time. I'm going to say roughly about 4 to 5 years. They have a little girl, a beautiful little girl named True. Now, Tristan Thompson has cheated on Khloe multiple times. The very first time he cheated on her, and since Khloe, of course, is a public figure, Tristan is as well, but Khloe is much more famous. Even though Tristan plays professional sports, Khloe Kardashian is much more famous than Tristan Thompson. Actually, the only reason that Tristan Thompson has gotten all this fame, especially since LeBron James is no longer playing on his team, is because of Khloe Kardashian. And in this particular situation, we have to keep that in mind because it plays a big factor, and I'll let you know why. Now, the first time Tristan Thompson cheated on Khloe Kardashian, she pretty much ended the relationship, okay? Because it was multiple women that it actually ended up getting exposed. He was cheating on her with multiple women at different times. He got caught on camera on social media with a female. I believe they were in New York. Then some other video came out, from LA or what have you, or maybe it was Cleveland. But he got exposed and pretty much embarrassed Khloe. Khloe then at that time ended the relationship, and they stayed broken up probably a year or close to it. And that time he really had to work to get her back because the family was telling her don't do it. Her sisters were telling her don't do it. But then over a course of period of time of him begging and pleading, and during that time, Cleveland lost in the championship and LeBron James left and bolted for the Los Angeles Lakers. Once LeBron James left the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was pretty evident that no one would be talking about Tristan Thompson on TV. You would no longer be seeing him on TV because LeBron was no longer with the Cavs. So you would have to be refined to talking about Tristan in, retrospect of what's going on with Khloe or the Kardashians. Khloe took him back that time, and then they had another cheating scandal. She took him back again, and then They had another cheating scandal with with an alleged child with another female. Now, it turned out that that child was not the female's that said it was her child. You know, the female who accused him, I think her name was like Miss Miami or something like that. She accused Tristan Thompson of fathering her child. That turned out not to be true. However, he had to take a paternity test for a reason. He did sleep with that woman. That got overlooked. He also obviously slept with another female that was on a radio show. Her name is something Chase, I remember. She said, she had messages from Tristan. Now, all of these females pretty much resembled each other. This is the reason why Khloe Kardashian is making such drastic changes in her appearances. She's trying to look like these females that Tristan is cheating with. You will see that in relationships when men cheat on their woman. A lot of times they're going to cheat with women who are kind of similar, but different from the woman they're with. People, I say all the time on social media, they say, oh, Khloe, when is she going to realize Tristan doesn't want her? Oh, Tristan is doing this because he obviously hates Khloe and he wants out of the relationship. Well, if that is true, Khloe let Tristan out of the relationship the first time. What happened? He begged his way back. They then broke up again with another cheating scandal. What happened? He begged his way back. So my question is, if he doesn't want you, and I know a lot of ladies that probably do the same thing. They say, I take him back, and then after begging and crying for me back, and I take him back, and he does the same thing. Why? You have to ask. We have to ask. If he doesn't want you, why won't he let you go? It's the control. And it's the fact that they know that you're a good girl. They know that you're a catch. So my saying this to whoever is in this situation, male or female, it's mostly men controlling the women, but sometimes it is women doing the same thing to a man who may be caught up on her. But they won't let you go because they know you're a good thing. And they would not be able to stand someone else having you. They would not be able to stand the way you treat them, seeing someone else get it and appreciate it. They're afraid that if they let you go, someone else will pick you up and they will appreciate. That's their worst nightmare. That's the controller and the narcissist's worst nightmare. They know you're a good person. They do not want you to go to someone else and someone finally treats you the way you should be treated. So I see a lot of women blaming themselves when this happens. Oh, is this something I did? I changed my appearance for him. I'm looking now like the women that he's cheating with, so that can no longer be an excuse. He wants me to look like this one. I'm looking like her. What's the excuse now? There is no excuse. There is no excuse. The excuse is they want you, but they want you on their terms. They want you on their terms. And they want it so no one else can have you. You know the old cliche, if I can't have you, no one can? That always ends up, well, not always, but a lot of times that ends, unfortunately, in murder. And often a murder-suicide. Tristan-Thompson knows that Khloe Kardashian is the only thing keeping him in the headlines. Headlines that he has had since entering to the NBA. And he knows, now that LeBron is gone, now that he's getting up there in age, he knows that 6 points and 6 rebounds ain't going to have nobody talking about you. He knows that. So he has to hold on to Khloe Kardashian. But he now has some sort of hold, some sort of control on her. So that's the reason why he can, I bet you Tristan, if you ask Khloe, I guarantee you he's broken down and cried. He's probably cried if I did. She'll say, oh my God, he's crying. He must really care. He must really be sorry. I guarantee you Tristan-Thompson has cried to Khloe. He knows what gets her. So people that are making those statements, just trying to call yourself insulting Khloe, oh, when is she going to get it through her head that Tristan doesn't want her? So then why won't he let her go? If she's the ugly Kardashian, if she is, not a looker and this, that, and the other, why won't he let her go and let someone else get a chance to treat this person the way they should be treated? In this situation, there's 2 reasons why he doesn't want to let her go. He knows he's not going to get anyone else the status of Khloe Kardashian that's going to deal with him. Especially after all this exposure to him cheating. So he knows this is as high as it's going to get for him. Like I said, there ain't many women around. His contract is just about over, and there's not many women around checking for 6 points and 6 rebounds. And the other reason is he would not be able to stand seeing someone else scoop Khloe up. Or, better yet, go back to her ex-husband, Lamar Odom, who has stated that he wants Khloe back. And has stated that if he got Khloe back this time, he would know better. Now, maybe she doesn't want to take that chance to go back to Lamar, but if you gave Tristan-Thompson all these chances, ladies, think back to an ex who you may have only given 1 chance or 2 chances, and then he begged you back and you said no. But now you're with a person now, and they're worse than the ex. But you keep giving them chances. Don't blame yourself, ladies and gentlemen that are going through this situation. Don't blame yourself. You're a good person. You're a good catch. They know you're a good catch. Because if they didn't want you, why won't they let you go? Control? They want to control you because they don't want anyone else to have you. Because they know that person just might appreciate you. And that's their worst nightmare. To anyone going through this, and since we're talking about her, to Khloe Kardashian, make Tristan Thompson let you go. Thank you for joining us.